You go, bro? I bet. Since the dawn of time, the word perfection has only been handed out to a very minute few who have earned the right to bear such a monumentous mantle. Things such as the wheel, sliced bread, a pair of voluptuous bosoms belonging to a maiden in her 30s, and most recently, on August 2nd, 1994, Charles Christopher White Jr. was born, otherwise known as Charlie or Moist Critical. Now to those of you who don't know who he is, please lend me your ears, and I shall describe him for you. Who is Moist Critical? To the blind, he is the light. To the hungry, he is the bread. To the sick, he is the cure. To the lonely, he is company. To the sad, he is joy. To the prisoner, he is freedom. To the poor, he is treasure. And for me, he is everything. Okay, I'm done dick riding, bro. Most of you probably already know who he is, and to those of you who don't, he's one of the biggest YouTubers on this platform with like over 12 million subscribers, I think. And to those of you who know him, you know that Charlie is not one to shy away from making a video clowning someone when they say or do something stupid. And in today's episode, the main antagonist is Sneako, otherwise known as Andrew Tate Light, or the Walmart brand of Andrew Tate. So, yesterday I recorded a whole video on this, but then Charlie dropped an absolute bombshell, which led to both him and Sneako both pulling out weapons. But before we get too deep, let me bring it back to where it all began, on May 12, 2022. Charlie dropped a video calling out one of the boys on Fresh and Fit for telling a story that he believed to be a lie. In the story, Walter claimed that he went to a party with an NBA player, which led to him having sex with a whole bunch of different girls.
It's one of the most delusional things I've ever seen from a YouTube channel. It's one of the hosts that is telling a story that is completely made up, just obviously fiction. He is literally making up fanfic on par with My Immortal in a way that makes him look like he constantly fucks. Even though I'm pretty convinced that the shorter guy here is a virgin.
But I met this guy at a pool party. He's an NBA player. I won't say his name for some reasons, but you know, he's a pretty top tier guy, head value guy, right? I'm at the bar ordering drinks for my friends, and he says, yo, bro, what's a good spot to go party at tonight? I told him, look, bro, you can go downtown, you can go to Brickell, Wynwood, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to downtown because it's a really good spot. And then he's like, yo, bro, are you on Instagram? I was like, perfect, yeah, I am. So I give him my Instagram, and lo and behold, he followed me, he said, wait, you know this chick? So basically, we were smashing the same chick. So he's like, yo, dude, you know what? I'm having a mansion party, like the next day, come through, I got you. All this time, you know, we linked up the same night at the party spot I was going to, we connected, and funny enough, we dated the same girls, like a bunch of them. In my head, I'm like, yo, real talk, this is crazy. Like, I've never been at a party where there's been this much girls compared to guys. So I'm like, yo, how's this gonna work? He says to me, yo, come through, bro. So he's like, yo, pick 3 that you want, and I got you. I was like, 3 that I want? Is it like a buffet? Shoot, I'll take it. So I was like, yo, I like her, her, and her. He goes talks to them, calls them over, and I kid you not, I got a bedroom for you over here, do your thing. I'm like, what the heck? Is it that easy? So what happened was, like, I talked to them real quick, they were mad cool, and legit, guys, I could have a threesome with them, but I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I had no idea what was going on. I was like, yo, this is too much for me. But what happened was, I did my thing with one of them, came back outside, hopped in the shower real quick, talked to the other one, went back in the room later on. So basically, I had 3 girls in one night.
Obviously, he is literally making this shit up as he goes along, and it never happened in the first place, and I hate that I keep suspending disbelief for even a fraction of a second to entertain the idea that this happened in reality, when we all know it didn't.
As you can tell, this nigga was lying out of his fucking mind. So Charlie made a video calling him out, and that was the end of it. It was no big deal. He just pointed out someone's white lie, and that's it. But then Sneako wanted to insert himself into this conversation. He felt the need to defend another grown man. I'm sure Walter could have said something if he felt the need to, but I think he even knew that, damn, this was a crazy fucking lie I just told. Someone just called me out on it, but I'm just gonna shut the fuck up because he got me. But Sneako wasn't having any of that. He said that any disrespect towards Walter is a sign of disrespect towards me. So he decided to come for Charlie. But I think he forgot that if you're gonna shoot for the king, you better not miss. And boy, did his ass fucking miss. Some would say that Sneako only did this for exposure because at the time he recently got banned from YouTube and Charlie has over 12 million subscribers. So arguing with him may get him the attention that he so desperately needs. But I don't think that Sneako was thoroughly prepared for the outcome of this battle. And I'm using the term battle very loosely here. This is not that deep. The Charlie is just a goofy goober coming for him for calling out an obvious blatant fucking lie. Yeah, my light just broke, but the show must go on. So in response to Charlie making fun of his lovers, Sneako spent a fair share of his time on Rumble, because he's banned everywhere else, not debunking any of Charlie's accusations because that would require a semi-high IQ. Instead, he just decided to insult Charlie's appearance and then start going after his girlfriend.
I'm not gonna say names. Someone texted me. He's in a monogamous relationship. This is his girl.
My brother in Christ, the minute you involve anyone else in a one-on-one dispute, you have lost, because you just showed them that you don't have any valid counter arguments to them, so you have to point your gun at someone else and hope that the bullets land. For someone who claims to be red-pilled and alpha male, this is very beta of you.
Andrew Tate would not be happy about this.
But now that he's made all that noise, Charlie decided to take his crosshairs off of Walter and direct it onto Sneako by making a video outing Sneako of defending a show that promotes softcore child porn.
This was my first real exposure to Sneako, and it's also the reason I don't care what his opinion is of me, because it's coming from a man who likes cuties. So why the fuck would it matter if he thinks I'm a bitch or anything like that? It legitimately couldn't mean less coming from a guy who openly defends a softcore child porn production.
Okay, if I ever wanted to get canceled, this is the video. I saw Cuties last night and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I went in ready to hate like everybody else. I saw the cover and I got clickbaited. So did you. You got clickbaited. The thing about Cuties is it's not an unrealistic film. Like, yes, it shows children in a sexual way, but this is not unusual now. And the people who are really mad about this aren't Gen Z.
The reason I'm showing this is because I haven't liked him since I saw this side of him. But once I saw this video, it just showed me a really weird guy who it seemed like really just wanted to be contrarian for the sake of it and makes terrible points in defense of this film for some reason.
Charlie spent a fair bit of time going at Sneako for this, but this was 3 months ago. And ever since that video dropped, Sneako has not stopped talking about Charlie on Rumble, to the point where he started sending his fans into Charlie's streams, begging for him to reply to Sneako. And then when Charlie replied, Sneako got mad. Like, nigga, you asked for this! And that brings us back to the present. Charlie replied, dropping a whole video outing Sneako for being a literal fucking cuck.
But I couldn't help but take notice of one of his more recent viral clips where he openly defends getting cucked.
So I wanted to break this down, like, because this was, imagine seeing the girl you love, like,
get fucked.
You love her?
Crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot.
It is a legitimately super sad thing to sit there and listen to, because Sneako is very clearly bothered by that whole situation, but is trying to play it off like a deeper message, like, no, this is actually a good thing, and in fact, I recommend every guy out there try letting their girl get fucked by another man.
And he even ratioed the fuck out of him on Twitter to rub salt in the wound. Sneako didn't like the response that he was begging for, so he pulled out his gun on stream and started waving it around, threatening him.
The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge, unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was joking with them, saying like, oh, you guys must have just stopped the Cuties watch party over there at Sneako's stream, right? Welcome, cucks, that kind of shit. And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you, waving his gun around and dancing.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips.
And that's when Charlie decided enough is enough. Then he dropped this absolute banger of a video, letting his nuts hang.
Now the reason he keeps saying watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags.
But before we hop into Charlie's video about him being the Florida version of John Wick, let's go back and talk about this Sneako being a cuck thing. Because I am not about to let this shit slide. We have to clown him too.
You allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man.
What happened to the other agreement? Are
there rules to like how big the nigga dick can be? So can she enjoy it? Like, what if she's enjoying it too much?
That's the thing. It's like she's moaning pretty loud. Like
Batman himself could not get this information out of me, and he's just willingly handing this out to the entire internet. Bro, it's online forever, and I know you regret this decision because the whole world is doing this shit against you.
I didn't expect you to
She was moaning loud.
Huh?
She was moaning loud.
So all right, so we went on two different.
Did he look at you?
Okay, hold on. We went on 2 different occasions. The first time,
crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that.
This guy was just sitting there watching the love of his life get fucked, and I can guarantee you that every single stroke felt like a jab in the fucking heart.
I couldn't, like, I was literally having PTSD watching that. I was like having war flash. Like I just could not do it.
So did that get you out of your cheating ways?
What position?
No. It was missionary. Missionary legs up.
It was missionary legs up?
Legs up, yeah.
Oh no.
Was
That's
he,
such a
was he staring at her like in her eyes?
Yeah, like deep eye contact.
Oh no.
And she grabbed it. She's like, I want you to fuck me. I was like, whoa.
What?
No. Now I understand why this guy was getting war flashbacks, PTSD. This would break any man. Oh, the fact that he willingly put himself through this. Jesus, hey, you gave yourself PTSD, bro. Like, imagine him just sitting there on the edge of the bed watching her get fucked.
Yeah, you like that, you fucking slut, man.
Yeah, I love it. Oh my god, this dick is way better than my boyfriend's. Harder, harder. Keep fucking me just like that. It's the best thing I ever had. Nothing can ever compare to this. Oh my god.
Does he fuck better than me?
No fucking shit.
Oh, fuck, I'm about to bust.
Oh my god, it's on his face.
Oh shit, bro, my bad. It's my fault, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, now on to the season finale.
And yes, I only did that so I could use the skit.
That shit got stuck in my hair for a few hours.
So I was not about to waste that video.
Hey Sneako, does this outfit look familiar? This is the same thing I wore last time I took you over my knee and spanked your bottom with some discipline. And I'm happy to report that these are back in stock and a lot more at moistglobal.com. Last time I talked about you, I used you for a merchandise push as well, so might as well stick with tradition. I bet just seeing me in this attire again has just sent you on a full-blown Winter Soldier episode with your eyes rolling into the back of your skull as you're experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, because the first video I made on you offended you to such a high degree that you have not stopped whining since. It's already been 3 months, can you believe that? How time flies. You started shit with me by insulting me and my girlfriend out of nowhere, so naturally I responded by making fun of you in return, and showcasing the reasons why I don't respect you. But unfortunately, I failed to calculate just how much of a sensitive fucking loser you are, because this hurt your feelings to such a high degree it's become like an Armageddon in your brain. 3 months you have continued to melt down about this. The day after I posted my response, he went on stream and had a huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was joking with them, saying like, oh, you guys must have just stopped the Cuties watch party over there at Sneako's stream, right? Welcome, cucks, that kind of shit. And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with a gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you, waving his gun around and dancing.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching, you were?
Now, the reason he keeps saying watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream, I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said, watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here. Anyway, sorry for the gun anatomy lesson.
Hey, no need to apologize. Let your nuts hang, bro. God damn, this nigga is packing heat. Holy fuck. Bro, he pulled out a goddamn mug. I don't even know what the fuck the gun is called. That shit was just big as fuck. Hey, you win, dog. You win. I'm not messing with no Florida man to begin with. And this guy's locked and fucking loaded. Damn, he told his ass to pull up. You talking all this shit, little nigga? Catch me outside then. How about that?
He was very upset, so he was threatening to come shoot me, beat me up, all of that, because I hurt his feelings, and it's been festering for quite some time now. 3 fucking months. You love to bitch about how everyone's canceling you. These soy boy NPC bots are all canceling you. It's all you do. You treat the teenagers in your Discord like they're your goddamn therapist. Just going in there to complain about the invisible boogeyman canceling you again, shaking your fist at the clouds. I also love that you treat this Discord server like it's your PR team, so you have them work on your responses on Twitter because you're not witty enough to come up with anything on your own.
Bro, think about how embarrassing that shit is. For someone who likes to debate people so often, he has a whole server dedicated on making up responses for him. When he gets dissed, he screenshots it, jumps in the Discord, and then like,
Hey, yo, guys, help me find a response real quick, please, please.
and bro, you're sad.
You have no ability to banter. You can't insult anyone. anytime you're pushed, all you fall back on is one of three things: soy boy, bot, or NPC, and that's it. You never deviate from this path, which is ironic because you're like literally a sheep. You have 3 programmed responses. You're like the absolute worst character, side character in an MMO. It's pathetic.
Charlie proceeds to spend the 15.5 minutes absolutely destroying Sneako. I mean, he eviscerated him to the point of no return. And here's what Sneako had to say in return.
Or would you just fight him?
Well, I would very much like to fight him at any point, at any weight class tomorrow.
So let me ask you, if you saw him walking down the street, what are you doing?
I would walk up to him and I would say the same stuff that you said in your videos. I would look him dead in the eye and say, all that stuff you said in your videos, say it to my face right now. And I know that he would freeze up and not say a word. This is why I'm sick of the internet and why we should spend more time in the real world, because this is garbage, bro. Does anyone in the chat think that he would say any of this face-to-face, one-on-one? If I'm looking at Moist Critical, who looks like a fentanyl homeless dude, who looks like he stands at a playground looking at, bro, he looks like he's homeless. Look at him. If he's calling me a pedophile, look at me and look at him. Who's more likely to be on a watch list? Who's more likely to shoot up the school?
Yo!
Yeah, the alpha male and master debater Sneako proceeds to insult his appearance and says that he wouldn't say that shit to his face. You know, here's a better idea for you, Sneako. How about you fire back by sending valid criticism his way or debunking what he's accusing you of by using logic and reasoning, instead of just claiming that you'll be able to beat him up. Because you probably could, and even Charlie agrees. But Charlie even said himself, you being able to beat him up won't negate any of what he said. Everything that he's saying about you is completely true, and you know that. That's why your only response is, I'll beat you up. When you know you cannot win an argument verbally, that's when it becomes physical. You have lost. And you know what's even crazier? Since Sneako loves all his fighting, saying, hey, if you talk shit to me, catch me in a boxing ring, Brandon Buckingham challenged him to a fight. He said that he would fuck Sneako's girlfriend. Come meet me in the boxing ring then. I'm talking shit to you. Come fight me. Sneako declined because he knew he would lose. So he only wants to fight people he can beat.
I'd rather sit at home and yell at a camera, tell jokes than, risk my manhood falling flat for Brandon Buckingham, if I lose the fight.
That's the most pathetic shit ever. How can you claim to be this alpha male if you only challenge people you know you can beat? You're pathetic. But yeah, this was some pretty entertaining beef, to say the least. Shout out to Charlie, man. He did all this with the same monotone voice and emotionless face as always, and he still ended up promoting his clothing brand not once, but twice, while simultaneously dunking his balls all over Sneako's face. This man is a true Giga Chad. Did I just make a 17-minute video of me dick riding?